Hey guys, what's good? This is the reference video that I ended up settling for. It's a performance, a pole dancing performance by Renee Wu. I believe that's how you pronounce her name, or is it Renee? I think it's Renee. So we are just going to watch this performance, the clip that I chose. It's I cut out a 40-second clip. It's fairly long, but I think we're going to manage, since this is body mechanics. We're not going to be dealing with the face. We will do good. Let's just watch this together and see what's happening, and then jump into Blender. For the animation, we're going to be using Blender. Since our last animation was done in Maya, this one is going to be done in Blender. So let's take a look at this. Okay. Right off the bat, we're really going to be utilizing our IK-FK switching. Just looking at the performance, we're going to really be switching from IK to FK a lot, since she's interacting with the pole. If I was going to animate this using the Maya version of Gamu, I think I was just going to animate the whole thing in with IK hands, and then for the arcs, I was going to utilize the motion trail, or the motion path for the Blender users. So yeah, this is the clip. Also, I think for this one I'm just going to go back to my original animation setup, where I have the shot cam in position, because right here the one capturing the performance with the camera is stable. He's standing or sitting in one position, so it makes it a little bit convenient for us to set up our camera as well. So yeah guys, this is the performance, the dance that we're going to be doing. So let's jump into Blender and get started. This is our Blender scene. So I'm just going to go into the animation tab and show you how I do my setup, my animation setup. Let's go into the animation tab. This is Blender's default setup for the animation tab. I do not actually use this one. I prefer to have let me just join these together and do my own setup. Join areas. Okay. So my timeline, I would like it to be at the bottom right here. Then this side, I want to have my dop sheet. Let's just change this to the dop sheet. And then in the dop sheet, we're going to go for the action editor, right? And I like to have my, let's flip this to the bottom, flip to bottom, right? Then I'm going to split this like this, and then split this again like this. So the bottom one, I like to have my references at the bottom, and then my shot cam is going to be on the top left corner. This is the setup that I like to have. Let me quickly set this up and then come back. Okay guys, I've set up the animation scene for Blender. So this is the setup that I've done. We've got our shot cam on the top left corner here, and we've got our reference on the bottom left corner here. If we go into our 3D viewport, this is the setup that we have. This is our camera. It has got a 50 millimeter focal length right here. Okay, and I've just put planes for the ground and the back. and then a paw. I just used a cylinder for this one. This is the setup that we're going to be using. So let's start animating. Let's tap into pause mode. Right, there we go. Let's start our blocking. So the king set that I'm going to be using from the bottom here, let me just select all the controls and key everything. Why are there no keyframes right here? Let's see, select everything. Is it keyframe? Okay, I've not set my king set. So you've got to set your king set. Do not forget to set your king set. The one I'm going to set, I usually use log rod scale for as my king set, location, rotation, and scale. Right. The action editor, we're going to name our action, let's call it Gamu blocking. Gamu blocking, and we're going to save this with a fake user so that when we switch to blocking plus and splining, our information is saved. So now I think we're ready. Also, do not forget to switch on this record button so that when you do any changes on the pauses, it records the action. Turn this on using this little button here. Now we are ready. This is going to be our start pause. And the way that I like to do, I like to use this mover here to position the character to where I need it in the scene. I do not touch the global control. I just leave it at the default location. Let's use this one, right? And try to use our reference to see what's really happening. Sorry, rotate line to C. Okay. So all you're trying to do is trying to make sure that your character is in the same pause as in the reference video. Also, as I mentioned in the breakdown, you can see that I'm constantly rotating around the 3D scene to see how everything is balanced, how the weight of the character is balanced. Right. Okay. Do this. Find the X. Bring it down a little bit. Okay, shoulders. So comparing Blender to Maya in terms of animation, I would say I really favor Blender a lot. It has a lot of cool little tools that you can use for free. For example, we've got this you can copy pauses and paste them flipped on the other side. In Maya, this is not in there by default. You've got to buy some plugins to use to be able to get that same effect. So I really love Blender when it comes to those little things. It really makes life easier for you as an animator. Okay, we need to relax your hands. Let's pause these fingers here. Here's this one. Okay. Just want to relax the fingers a bit. Okay. For you to rotate along the lock or normal of the control that you would have selected, you just press. In this case, I'm selecting the controls like this, right? Then I press R for rotate. Then I press X twice to rotate in the lock or X direction. This one, what's happening? So in when animating in Maya, I obviously use the gizmo, but for Blender, I prefer to use the shortcuts R, G, S, and then I press whatever axis that I want to do the movements or rotations in. Right here, her hand, it seems to be touching the paw. Just trying to see. Constantly rotate around your character to see how everything is working out. You want to see if you're hitting the right pose and if your weight is being distributed correctly, if your character is balanced, if she's not about to fall over. So this one is closer to her thigh. Let's bring down the shoulders here. Right. Let's bring her back. I think we're going to have to do something about hair. This part of her hair which is intersecting with the paw, we'll deal with it after we are done with our animation. We'll see how we can fix that. Let's bring her back a little like this. Okay. It's looking good. Also, I think you have noticed that I'm starting from frame 30. I always start my animations from frame 30. This is so that when I'm now doing the simulation, the dress has time to settle from frame 1 to up to frame 30. So that's why I set my animations on that frame number. Okay. Okay. Let's just make this hand relax. You should really take your time when sculpting these pauses. The blocking, you should really take your time when doing the blocking. It's really important that you nail these pauses. Okay. Let's check something. Okay, it's working correctly. So again, you're trying to make sure that what you're doing in the 3D viewport is reflecting correctly in your camera view from the camera that you're going to be shooting this from. This is more like it. Okay, let's make this one a little bit straighter. So hair weight is on this leg, on this bend. Okay. Okay. So what I'm constantly doing is, as I'm manipulating Gamu in this 3D viewport, I'm also looking at my shotgun to see how it's matching up with the reference. So that's what's happening here. Okay, I think we have it. yeah, I think. So this one, let's make it a little bit straighter. Let's see. Okay. Let's move this one a little bit forward. So it's a little back and forth thing, trying to make sure that we hit the right pause, right? Okay. Also, one other thing that I like to do, I like to give my characters a default expression. I just don't want them looking like this. I like to give them a default facial expression that we're just going to use throughout the animation. So let's just do this with Gamu. Just give her something, maybe a smiley face. See that she's enjoying whatever she's doing. Let's do this. Do a face. Let's bring the eyebrows a little bit up. Just going to give her a default expression so she doesn't look as lifeless. Okay. Let's copy this and paste it in the opposite direction. Similar with this one. Okay. Also, I don't know what's happening with Blender. I've noticed that when I try to press Control Z to undo, it's not doing anything in my pauses. I don't know what's happening. It's not responding. Like here, undo is grayed out. I don't know what's happening. Let me. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to stop recording for a moment and check out what's happening, because when I pause something and try to undo it, it's not responding. So I just want to to troubleshoot and see what's happening, and then come back. I'm not going to do anything. We're just going to continue from this point. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm back. I think maybe it was a bug or something, so I just had to just went to, in case you're having the same problem, what you can just do is just go to File and Defaults and Load Factory Settings. So that seemed to have fixed it. Now, you know, I was just testing it out. If I rotate, now I have that option to undo, so Control Z, it now works. So yeah, let's continue with our pausing. So we were giving Gamu an initial facial expression so that she doesn't look like a doll. Okay. Just want to give her something like this, right? Yeah, I think that's much better than the expression that she had, the default expression. So for pose, let's just do this. Okay, I think we have it. So this is our first pose. Now I'm just going to switch over to my time lapse and work on the remaining poses. And once I'm through with the blocking, I'll switch back to real time and have a chat with you guys. So yeah, I'll catch you on the other side.